Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. How's that? The brotherly love between Zelensky and Duda, it seems like it's over. And that is between the president of Ukraine and the president of Poland. Remember, they hugged one another. They visited, at least Duda came and visited Zelensky a few times. You know, they did all that in the parliament, in the Rada, allowing the Polish people, their brothers with the Ukrainians. Is over. Everything is just evaporated. What happened? A missile was launched in Poland. By whom? It seems like the Ukrainians did it. Remember, the Poles said that they might invite, and Zelensky said that, hey, we want to be part of the investigation, and I think they should be part of the investigation regarding the missile that fell. It was not the debris, it was the missile that fell over there and exploded on Polish territory, the S-300. Now, Poland will not invite Ukraine. I don't know what's going on, my friends. So this article comes from Yahoo, from Defense News, from November 17th, 2022. Poland will not invite Ukraine to co-host missile strike investigation. So, I made a video either this morning or last night, I can't even remember, things are just going so fast, where they said they will be invited. Zelensky wanted to be invited, and I think the poll says, yeah, you will be. And now, nothing. They will not be invited. I was making a lot of comparisons between this investigation and the one on Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2. Remember? When the Russians were not invited, even though it was pipeline belonging to Russians, belonging to the Germans, operated by those guys, you know what I mean? And they were not invited, they were excluded. And I said, oh, there's something to hide. And I said, how about here? The Ukrainians will be invited, the Russians will not be invited. Now it seems like the Ukrainians were disinvited or never invited in the first place. Something not kosher happens over there in Poland at this time. These guys are scrambling to come with a narrative. That's what I think. And the narrative, I don't know what the narrative will be, but I suspect that it was this is just my suspicion. Maybe it was the Ukrainians who conducted a false flag operation trying to blame those guys, and I think they crossed a line that the guys in Washington did not like at all. Because that put them in a situation, maybe dangerously, of a nuclear war. So maybe Zelensky crossed a line by himself on his own accord, and that contradicted the boss. And that's not good at all. Zelensky still claims that the missile was not launched by Ukraine. That's what he says. Wherever he said, well, let the investigation, find out what happened. But we didn't do it. Then if you didn't do it, who's that? Who did it? Russia? Belarus? The Americans? The Poles? Who did it? I saw I read an article, but it was from the 15th, where they said that a NATO plane that was observing and monitoring the rocket launches from Russia, that airplane, a NATO airplane, followed the trajectory of the rocket, the missile, and it says that it came from the territory of Ukraine, but it did not provide any information on the location based on the trajectory and all that. Nothing. So again, hanky-panky. They don't give you more information. They don't want to say, yes, it was by that unit, Ukrainian unit, in Ukraine, blah, blah, blah. No. They don't give you that. They give you just little leverage to manipulate the information, I think, in case it becomes politically incorrect. Might be not. That's a possibility, a scenario. Maybe it's not, I don't know. But it's a possibility. and Zelensky keeps saying it was not us. Then who was it? Anyway, let's go and read this article, and then we can discuss more about it. The Polish authorities will not ask Ukraine to co-host the investigation of the fatal missile strike in Poland's southeast. Warsaw believes the strike was most likely caused by Ukrainian air defense attempting to intercept a missile fired by Russia, according to a senior Polish official. And I'm quoting, "The information we have received from the Ukrainian side is of very significant importance to us. However, it is certain that Ukraine, just like any other country, will not be the co-host of the investigation because this is our Polish investigation." That doesn't stand. Why? Because you invited the Americans. That's what you said. You said you're going to invite the American experts, investigators to be with you, to join your investigation. So if the Ukrainians can't be, why the Americans can? American, Ukraine can't? How's that working? Because this is our Polish investigation. Paweł Soloch, an advisor to Polish President Andrzej Duda, told local broadcaster Radio Plus in an interview. Soloch said it is, and I'm quoting, "in the interest of Ukraine, but also ours, and in the interest of the entire Western world, not only NATO states, that the issue does not become an issue that would impact in any way that would limit our truly close cooperation and support that we and the entire Western world provide to Ukraine in its combat against the Russian invader." Now, what I sense from this paragraph is this. Ukraine, this is how I interpret it. Ukraine, you just sit tight. We're going to take care of this. We're going to make things that it's not your business what's going on here. We got the boss. He's going to figure things out. So everything will be okay if you keep your mouth shut and you stay where you are and you don't create little waves here and don't rock the boat. You'll be okay. We will still support you, even if you did it that way or the other way, accidental or not. We have a bigger fish to fry, and that's Russia. So hold your horses, don't get ahead of your skis, settle down, take it easy. We're gonna take care of it. We're gonna, ta-da! That's what they're gonna do. Ta-da! That's gonna be the result. After they create, so you're not a player here. You just take it easy, you did your part of the deal, good or bad. Now it's for us to clean up the mess and point the finger to the same guys, Russia. Okay, so as long as you follow these orders, we'll be A-okay. The politician is a long-time aide to Duda and was appointed by the president to serve as the head of the country's National Security Bureau from 2015 to 2022. Last month, Duda asked Soloch to serve as his advisor. The latest announcement comes in response to declarations by President Volodymyr Zelensky, who has disputed the preliminary findings of the Polish government. In a statement released by his office, Zelensky said that Ukraine's representatives should be allowed to access the missile strike site in Brzezowodow, a village in close proximity to the Ukrainian border. And I'm quoting, "It is fair and honest, I think so. We have the right to be in a joint investigation team, I think so, according to any norms, diplomacy, etc., especially since we are all partners," end quote. I think so, Zelensky said on November 16. Zelensky said that Ukraine representatives should be allowed to access the missile strikes. Yes, in a statement released the following day, the Ukrainian president subsequently declared that our specialist will go there and join this professional in community. I told you. In a statement released the following day, the Ukrainian president subsequently declared that, and I'm quoting, "our specialist will go there and join this professional community," end quote. The missile strike in which 2 men were killed, they were engaged in a oh my God. Anyway, I thought he was a man and a woman. Now it's 2 men. Oh my. You Poles, what are you? Naughty, naughty Poles. The missile strike in which 2 men were killed took place on November 15 after Russia's military launched its largest blah 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 tra-la-la lululu. So the fact is this, as I said about 2 minutes and 35 seconds ago, ta-da! You just stay the fuck out, Ukraine. We tell you what to do, you don't rock the boat. But the idiot is like, our investigators will go over there. Did you hear what we say? Stand down. And he will. What he's gonna do? Send them by force or something? They're gonna show up over there. Hey, buenos dias. We are here. No, I don't think so. So I think the West becomes more annoyed with Zelensky per se. And I think Zelensky starts going off script. I think he lost a sense of reality. I think he's a little bit delusional in my assessment. I think it got to his head that he really is what these guys are saying he is, but they do that for the weasels to believe that he is what he is, the big defender, fighter for democracy and for the Western world, and he's just a clown doing his little part over there, being in charge of another nation, being decimated by another cousin, and he's just part of the whole scheme. But he seems to think right now that he's more than he actually is. You know, he's got his little slot over there, and he goes in and out. Yeah, I know what I mean, but that's all he does. He's a tool that goes in and out. No more than that. He's not going to go to the other thing, just in one, pump, and that's it. So I think the West is annoyed with this guy at this point, and I think this is already strike 3 for Mr. Zelensky. I think one was when he confronted Biden about not being briefed about Russia and his invasion and who believed, did not believe. The second one was when he said that maybe the NATO forces, United States, should preemptively nuke the Russians. That was the second one. He used the word nuclear weapons, not Putin ever, about this kind of context. So that was a strike number 2 when he says, oh shit, what are you talking about? And I think this is the third one when is the missile, he points the Russians, hey, escalation, go and kick their butt for us. And I think this is strike number 3. I don't know how many. Maybe there are some other ones that I was not unaware of, but I think these are the main ones that I could pinpoint. So, we'll see. He's not going to be investigated because these guys have a bigger fish to fry, and they try to figure out a narrative, I think, regarding the whole issue. And he's just an idiot right now making noise, and he should not make noise. Now, you stand down, you did your part of the deal, good or bad, let us clean the mess and turn it like a boomerang and send it that way. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.